Yo, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Kip Jackson back with another video. Ooh, let me just slide this back over, completely unscripted. But today we're talking about the Tamron 70-180. Now, I am a cinematographer now, graduated from the photographer, videographer ranks. I don't want to really even put it in that order, but now I've dived deep into this field, and this lens, as someone who likes to make money from my cameras and money from my gear, really makes my job like 10 times easier. Let's get into it. So for starters, this is the Tamron. Let me take it off the FX6 here. For starters, this is the Tamron 70-180 f2.8 G2. Really a lot to say there in that lens, but it's just awesome lens. It's well built, weather sealed. It's a full frame lens with a Sony E-mount. Comes in at around $1,100 or $1,200. I think it's $1,100 with the student discount or $1,200 without the student discount. Don't quote me on that. I'll put the real price right here on the screen. But Tamron was lucky enough to send it. I was lucky enough for Tamron to send this over to me, and I really do appreciate their partnership with my channel over the past couple of years. So if you really want other videos or look at other lenses that Tamron makes, I've literally reviewed the 20-40. I'm literally filming on the 28-75 right now. I don't even know, 18-300. There's so many lenses that Tamron has come out with just to make an affordable option for videographers and photographers out there. And this lens is an addition on top of that. This is really meant to replace that 70-200 Sony G-Master that's like, $3,000 to $4,000, but you get pretty similar shots. It has really updated features like a USB-C for future firmware updates. It has, what else? It has these custom function buttons, which I really love. It has a focus hold button. Personally, I'm not really a fan of the focus, dial right here. But other than that, I really do love this lens. It has a 67mm thread, which means that every other Tamron lens that you've been seeing or any other lens that's been coming out for the Sony E-mount lately that has a 67mm thread, you don't have to buy any more filters. I really hate that. Like, oh, I bought a new lens. That means now I have to buy new filters, or step-up rings. And it's just not a hassle that I want to go through. Coming in at around 2 pounds. It is a little bit heavier than the first model of this, but in my opinion, it's a little bit better, in my opinion. So let's just take this out, put this on my FX6 with the, Atomos Ninja V here, and let's get some shots around my house for the spring, and I'll throw some shots that I got in this wedding. Who is this lens for before I go outside? I think it's really for people that are looking to get into videography and photography that don't want to, really get too close to their subjects or have like a second angle. Like personally for me, at the wedding this past weekend on Long Island, book me if you want to, I actually brought this out, and this was my second angle that I had either on the groom, on the bride, or whoever was talking, giving a speech. You get the point by now. And my other camera was on a gimbal. That's what I usually operate with at weddings, but this offered me a great way to get those intimate shots without really being in the shots, if you get what I'm saying. But here, test it out, see if you like the quality. I loved it, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of these images. Now, when you zoom in and when you zoom out, it does hunt for focus like a little bit. Like you see it very minutely. That's why I don't recommend shooting wide open like 2.8 on everything. Like just because it shoots at 2.8 doesn't mean you should always go at 2.8. I usually have it at 4, 5, 7 even, just because I really like that it doesn't have to hunt for focus. If it's at 7.1, it does not have to hunt for focus like that because it's a little bit more closed off, in my opinion. But overall, great lens. I really like the build quality. It didn't give me any problems with the weight of this setup. It actually makes it a little bit easier to carry around because it's not doing as much shaking. It has that VC or VXD, which is Tamron's equivalent of lens stabilization or gyro stabilization or whatever they want to call it. Ultimately, Tamron, great job at this lens. This is for somebody who's really looking to get maybe a 70-200 and maybe a 28-75. Like if you were getting a lens combo, in my opinion, get the 28-75, which you overlap a little bit, but then get the 70-180, and that's really all you need unless you want to do like animal photography or really get that supreme zoom. In my opinion, 28-75, 70-80, or 70-180. These lenses are a steal. Tamron, great job. It's your boy Kip Jackson. I really hope this video helped you guys out there. If you want to see more about this lens, you have any other questions about this lens, cinematography, videography, comment below. Comments are usually really awarded by or rewarded by giveaways every 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. Ziyun, however you say that name of the company, sent me some really important stuff, and I really want to talk to you guys about it. I got my first big brand deal, and there's going to be a giveaway with that. So comment below your thoughts, questions, ideas. Peace. I dropped my phone on this one.